stamping tutorial with me, Ruth from Artful Stampin. And it's Monday, so we're going to attempt to do masculine Easter cards, if there is such a thing. But I realised that on Saturday when I used that Easter stamp set, right at the beginning of the video, I said, oh, I'm going to use the church, and I never got round to using it. And also, I really wanted to use these, and I didn't get round to using it. So I, by no means, have really played with this stamp set yet. I've pretty much just used the sentiments. So I wanted to revisit this stamp set. Still not sure if I'm going to be using the church today, but I definitely want to use this. And as it's Monday, I'm going to try and do it in more masculine tones. Or I don't know, I suppose the other way to think about it is it's in more sort of muted tones, really, because although it's a celebration, it's also the celebration of Christ's death, which you know, I think is a serious thing. So welcome everybody. Now, if you're not someone who celebrates Easter, please don't turn away, please don't turn off, because I am going to be showing some techniques that you may find helpful in your own crafting, card making and paper crafting that you then can apply and use with other stamps and other images and make something that you know is more suited to what you like doing. But just know that you are so welcome here. Thank you so much for joining me. It's always great to have your company, and I'm just going to call up my channel so that I can see what's happening. Right, so just before I went live, I stamped and cut out a couple of masks. So I've got 2 cross masks there. I've also got a couple of labels cut out to mask. And I could do with some colour suggestions. If anyone has got any ideas of what they'd like to see me use, quite happy to go with that. Please remember to share out this video, invite your friends, get them along to the party. It's always great to have new people watching. So hi Janine, Lorraine, Linda, Martina. Who else is already here? You guys are so eager. Hi Christine, hi Vicky, hi Liz, hi Lorraine, Monica. Are you affected at all, Monica? Are you alright? I did check in with Vicky earlier. She's not drowned. No, she's fine. But yeah, please pray for those who in Australia who've had to move to safety and higher ground and all that. Hi Cindy Schultz, hi Sheila, Cheryl, Minda, loads of you, hello, hello from a rainy Iowa, hi April. Oh, excuse the squeaking of my charger. I bought this new charger and it does squeak a bit, it's a bit odd. Okay, so the first 2 that I'm going to do, I'm doing single layer cards, okay, because sometimes we just want to be able to send a card without any fuss, nothing too crazy on it, no embellishments, just keep it simple. So I think I'm going to stamp the cross just so it's in the background a little bit. We'll go for blue. Now whenever I do Easter cards, I tend to really think about colour symbolism a little bit more than normal. So I try and think of ways that I can represent different aspects of say Christ or what happened with the stamping as well. So for example, blue could be signify, I don't know, holiness or whatever. Right, now I want to create an area that I'm going to stamp the sentiment. So I don't want the sentiment to be too near the border. I talked a little bit about the whole power thing, didn't I? About the power points and where people's eyes are drawn. So I'm going to try and keep all the kind of the detailed stuff in the middle here. So this is big enough for me to stamp He Lives later on. And then I noticed that in Gorgeous Posies, we've got this stamp here, which I thought would be quite good at signifying thorns. So if you're unfamiliar with the Easter story in the Bible, Jesus The soldiers that took him off mocked him, and they basically made a crown of actual horrible thorns, and they mocked him and said, oh, and they also dressed him in this kind of like cloaky thing as well, like to say, oh, you're the king. And they sort of said, well, if you're a king, then you know you call yourself a king, but ha ha ha. So these are not particularly thorny, but I thought these could sort of signify the thorns there, like that. There we go. Oh, sorry, just trying to get my phone to flip the right way so that I can read your comments. Oh no, it's done it again. There we go. Hi, Elizabeth Finney. Welcome. So I'm just creating some Easter-like cards. Oh, thank you, Jan. Okay, there we go. There's some of that. But then also, I like to put something on the card that signifies new life, because as a Christian, I believe that you can have a new life in Jesus. So I like to put some green on my Easter cards. So we've got this beautiful kind of like viney thing going on here, but I don't think I want to use all of it. I just want to start off using a bit of it and see where that takes us. So maybe take that up like that. Ooh, I like that. Okay. Now I'm thinking, what about having it come down here? Okay. Now the reason I'm stamping 2 is because why not? Plus, it means that you can do them slightly differently, and you can have a little bit of an experiment with placement. So it might be that I'm not completely happy with my first go, but that's okay, because I've had a bit of an experiment. Oh, look at that. I managed to get some haloing on there. That was clever, wasn't it, Ruth? Hi, Mindy. Hope you're doing well. So, Elizabeth, have you popped in before? I'm sure I've seen you here before. If anyone's new, please do say hi. We love welcoming new folks. Hi, Fred. I love that I get to say hello to the husbands as well. See, what's really good about this is that, look, there's that one. So if I wanted to go up, oh, I could. Let's do it. If I want to go up there. Oh, no, but I've got to clean off. Hold on. Ooh, that was close. Nearly messed up there, didn't I? I know what, let's get a bit of scrap paper just in case I haven't got that all off completely. There we go. So I'm just going to unhook the wire because I keep knocking it. There we go. Yes, indeed, Wendy. I have about 4 profiles. Right, this is good, this is good. I don't know why I've taken this off. I didn't mean to do that. Now I've got to try and figure out how to put it back on. Okay, I think I was just being too nosy. Right, this has got to stay on for a minute. I'm not ready. I'm not ready to take you off yet. Oh, no. No. Right, there we go. Right, so I'm thinking a little bit of blending, brushing on of colour. So I'm just going to grab some Bumblebee. You've been lurking for a while, but have only managed to catch your lives in the past couple of weeks. Oh, there we go. You're so welcome. Right, let's try and get some of this yellow on. I think yellow is such a hopeful colour, isn't it? I'll move that out of the way a second. Oh, Elizabeth is Janice's friend. Okay. There we go. You're so welcome. Any friend of Janice's is a friend of ours. And how is Janine? Janine, what takeaway have you had tonight? We always like to hear of what Janine's been ordering from the takeaway. Guys, I made Chelsea buns on. Well, they're sort of a Chelsea bun mix crossed with like an American like sticky bun, really. Because my, what do I want to say, bread maker has a recipe for an enriched dough, and I just really fancied them the other day. The only problem was that I put the dough on, and then, so this was Sunday, and then, ooh, I've just spotted, ooh, right, sorry, I'll carry on my story. On Sunday, one of my teamies and friend, Jacqueline, popped round because we went for a little walk. And of course, the dough was finished when I and her were out. And then I forgot about it until about 5 o'clock, about 2 hours later, when really I should have taken this dough out. I should have, you know, rolled it out, put all the currants and the sugar and the cinnamon and the whatever, rolled it up, then proved it for a second time. But oh no, by the time I got to it, it was like nearly bursting out of the bread machine because I'd left it for so long. Anyway, so I just quickly rolled it out, then spread some gorgeous brown sugar, and then oh, what else? Cinnamon. I put cinnamon on it. And then currants. Oh, Linda, did you realise that you deleted someone's comment by accident? Oh dear. See, I'll give Linda this power and then she's like, doesn't know what to do with it. Anyway, well, I was wise, you see. I did a double dose. I did a double batch of this dough because I knew that, you know, like making cards really. If you're going to make one batch, you may as well make 2 or 3 or 4, because you know I have like 6 people in this family, and yeah. So basically, I ended up making 12 of these. This gorgeousness. So the first lot we had straight out the oven. Oh my goodness, it was so delicious. And then yesterday, what's the day today? Monday. Today. Did we eat them today? We did. We ate the other lot today. And I was like, oh, please can we eat those buns? I've been thinking about them ever since I had the last lot. What's this about Krispy Kreme donuts? You get a free donut for being vaccinated. Wow. So what did Janine order? Oh, Jan had a donut. Okay, this is coming on. I'm still not completely happy with it yet, though. But I've still got the sentiment to go. I'm not sure about all this business. I'm not sure if I like it. I might give up and start again. But this is what happens sometimes when you're designing a card for a special event and then you know that you're going to make quite a few. It takes a bit of playing with the design until you're completely happy with it. So it's not all wasted. I can always turn this card over and then cut it and whatever. Okay, so, oh no, shall I stamp he lives first? I think he lives. Apple and cinnamon hot cross buns. Oh yeah. Oh, I haven't had a hot cross bun yet. Okay. I don't even know why I've done this in brown, but anyway. It was a colour that I had on hand. Yo-yo Esita. Yeah, not sure about this at all. I'm wondering whether just to go over with the yellow and forget the whole masking business. Let's try it with one of them and see what happens. Right, just make sure this is all sunk in. So for those of you who've just joined, the reason I masked off this area was because I wanted the sentiment to show up really well, but now I've done it, I'm not really sure it works, apart from that it's quite nice to be able to control where the leaves come from. I'm wondering if I could do with a few more leaves. I think that is my problem. What could we use? We need something a little bit bold. Don't know whether that would work. And something a bit brighter. I'm thinking like granny apple green, maybe? I'm afraid granny apple green is my go-to green for zinging up a sheet or a piece of work. It's just such a pretty green. So let's see. Oh, and who watched the Matthew McConaughey organised like online concert thing last night on YouTube? It was so cool. Esther Kirk Franklin was on it, boogieing on down. So it was a concert that Matthew McConaughey organised to raise funds for people affected by the storms in Texas. And he got loads of artists to do stuff. Yes, Lorraine, unfortunately, you're not the only one to have issues with Mossy Meadow. Although I saw somebody said that they'd washed out their pad completely until basically it went white and then just re-inked it. Because what seems to happen is that if it doesn't get used for a while, the layer seems to sort of go a bit weird on top and it then becomes impenetrable. So right, this is starting to redeem itself, I think. I'm a little bit happier with it now. Oh, I tell you, the other thing I love doing is some little hearts. I like stamping a little heart to represent God's love. But let's see if I've actually got a stamp set with a heart on. Oh, found one. Got these. Right, now I think red is probably a little bit, not quite sure about that. So I'm thinking, what about a different colour to represent? Yes, it represents love, but could have it in the blue. Seaside spray. Because it's like a pure love, a holy love, isn't it? I'm just whittering to myself. I hope you guys don't mind. I'm just sort of whittering to myself. This is like all the conversation I have in my head as I whenever I do something, a project like this. because for me it's it's a bit more special, a little bit more meaningful, Easter cards, because they hold so much meaning to me. So this is the sort of like the weird conversation I have in my head. So yes, what colour should we do the hearts? Hearts in a darkish green. What is your thinking behind that, Martina? I don't know why I stamped that there then. Mind. I've already got, this is old olive. I don't know whether, I'm wondering whether to do it in like a... Great. Because yeah, I've already got sort of dark brown here, and I've got that old olive. I feel like I need to brighten it up a bit more, Martina. Oops, sorry, my stand is moving. What about Calypso Coral? Take care, Monica. So it's not quite red. Don't we want pink? Oh, what terracotta tile? Yellow and blue. Okay, let me try some. I know what, I'll try yellow on here and then we'll see. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, excuse me. Oh, this boo-boo's playing on my mind now. I think this is just going to be my trial one. I was thinking in contrast, but not too much and still in the same colour scheme. Got you. Got you. Well, this is Bumblebee, which is not far off from Crush Curry. Yes, I was trying to, I was struggling a little bit with the sort of the position of the hearts, but now I've realised it sort of sweeps round a bit. I'm using it, we're kind of like sweeping in the same directions, I think. So, oh, so do you do an enriched dough, Lorraine? Because I did an enriched dough which had a little bit of sugar, and then it also had an egg or 2 eggs in it as well. Okay, I'm a bit happier with that. Yes, like a world, yes. To really accentuate the sentiment, Martina, I think. Heidi likes the blue and the yellow. Okay, we can do that. Oh, I'm much happier with that now. I wasn't too enamoured to start off with, but... Oh, yes, it represents the grave. Yes, Wendy. That's a good point. Yes, or cave. Yes, you're right, it would have been a cave. The cave grave, in fact. More red dots. Then the sentiment might have been nice in pumpkin. Yes. Maybe. As long as it's dark, I think. I didn't want to do it in red. Okay, right. I'm gonna do another one. I'm gonna have another little play, because sometimes you do need to play a few times just to get it how you want it. So this time I'm actually going to stamp my yellow big thing first, and then I'm going to do some masking. So we're sticking with pretty much the same colours, because I like to also show you guys, you know, just changing up the order you stamp something in and then mask it. It can completely change the look of a card. So let's... Oh, those stencils look lovely. I have seen people, seen pictures of the paper pumpkin Lorraine. It does look good. Colour in the flowers in yellow or blue. Oh, yes. That's a good idea. Right, so this time I think I'm going to stamp my cross in something dark. I'm going to try and aim that for the middle there. Ooh, I like that. Try this one a bit higher up just to see what it's like. Oh, Heidi, I know, it's frustrating. We don't get paper pumpkin, but I completely understand why we don't. It's logistically an absolute nightmare. Yeah, it's very complicated. Right, there's my masks going back on, which I haven't used yet. I just realised I cut these out but didn't use them earlier. Okay. So, oh, might use my thorns again. Just some spottage and it's finished, she says. Yeah, maybe. Need some thorns though. Just so happens this is curving in just the right angle to make it very easy to do this. There we go. Kind of tempted to do it in the opposite direction as well. Right, now this one I'm going to do something different. I'm going to just do it that way, just to see what it looks like. Okay, looking good so far. I'm wondering whether to put a little bit of something else. What about a bit of blue? Hi, Connie. No, we don't, Heidi. No, we don't. We're exactly the same as Australia and New Zealand in that respect, Heidi. Yep. Yeah, no, hold on, Martina, you get exactly the same as we get in the UK, Heidi. So the kits that were offered to the UK are exactly the same ones that you got offered in Australia and in Germany. Yeah, but they're few and far between. They're like twice a year. We get them twice a year, not like in America where they in Canada where they get them once a month. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it's just the market is so much more smaller. So because there are less customers compared to the States, and it's so hard to predict whether how many to order, and also the logistics of getting them out there, it would cost Stampin' Up too much to try and accommodate the few people who may want it. So what's really good is if you're a demonstrator, if you can create your own kit for your customers, which a lot of demonstrators do, and do it very successfully for about the same price as a kit. It's very, very expensive to set up a production. Yeah. We had a conversation with somebody, and just to talk about a distribution center. This is not even a production center, right? But a distribution center. We were asking, when could the UK have a distribution center in the UK, not Germany? So our distribution center is Germany, and Germany sends out to the UK, France, Germany, Holland, and Austria. Sorry, the Netherlands and Austria, right? So this is purely the distribution. So stuff gets sent to them and then gets sent to us. We would have to be doing 20 times the amount of turnover in the UK for them to even consider putting a distribution centre. So it's such a multi-million pound industry and costings that although it might seem easy for us to say, oh, why don't they do that, and why did it, you know what, if they could do it, they would have done it. So I think we've just got to be grateful for the stuff that we can get and try and be as creative as possible with what we do have to hand. So that's the way I see it, because yes, it would be nice to get paper pumpkin, but there's always going to be a paper pumpkin that I don't like and don't want. So yeah. Right, so it's just green. Yeah, I still want to use this bright green because I think it's so pretty, and I'm thinking I still want to use this as well, but I think this time again I'll use this in the bright green. Oh, I like that. Okay, happy with that. The twig is from the gorgeous Posies set. Who's asked that? Joanne. Yeah, I'll show it to you in a second. Hold on. Okay, right, happy with that. Oh, PP means paper pumpkin, Martina. You see, even in, I can see that the paper pumpkin for Christmas, we still got stocks of it here in the UK, Heidi. I don't know about you in Australia. So that means that there are, ordered more than actually sold. So can you imagine if that happened to every single month? They would then be completely out of pocket and then have to do something with all those products that were left unsold. It is so complicated. I totally get, you know, your sentiment behind it, and I love your enthusiasm for the product and everything. Yeah, but I hope you understand that you know, it's not for one to try and put it that way. They'd love to get more products into the hands of people and stuff, but they've got to do it in a way that they don't go bust, because that would be the worst thing to happen, wouldn't it? That they overstretched and they then, you know, it still doesn't make you happy. Oh no, I know, darling. You might need to make some friends with some Americans and exactly. There's something to be said for being in the South Pacific, then, Heidi. Yes, yeah, the sunshine one is. No, not personal protection. We say PPP for personal protection. What's it? Personal protection. What's it stand for? PPP. Right. I still like those blue hearts. I think we're gonna go out with that. Is that your pet name for me now, Janine? Youth. See you, Linda. Take care. Thank you for joining. That's it. Thank you, Jo. I forgot what it meant then. Okay, what have I not put on here? Oh, I haven't done the sentiment yet, but oh, I love that. Oh my goodness, that's so exciting. I like it. I don't know whether just do a little bit more sponging, blending rather, maybe with a little bit of green. I don't know, Vicky, I wouldn't order another pack because, as a friend of mine's pointed out, they've created a whole stamp set and a whole die cutting system that I can't believe that they won't have created some more paper that's going to be in the annual catalogue that you'll be able to cut out. You know, that would just be really, I don't know, I think it just makes sense. So all these people who are upset that they've missed out on the paper, I'm sorry you've missed out on it, but I'm sure there's going to be more gorgeousness coming. So, you know, we know that with Stampin' Up. You know, every time we go, oh no, we're going to miss such and such, there's always something to replace it. You know, our grief is not really that long, really. What, I don't know, a day? By the time we see the new catalogue? Yeah, we're talking about the butterflies, Janine. Yeah. The paper went out of stock really quickly, so... Well, in America it did. Yeah, we say pounds as well. I don't know where the L and the B comes from. Someone can tell me. That would be great. Okay. See, I still want to put like a heart or something right in the middle there. But I do also want to put a sentiment, and I'm thinking just a simple. Oh, I could use the hope. Yes. Just use that there. Oh, that, I love that. Just really simple and gorgeous. I think I'll do it in the brown. I don't want to go black because it's too stark, and I've already used brown, so. Yeah, and also it's a marketing ploy. That's the other thing. The whole point is to create what's called, you know, a hype around a product so that people start then looking out for the next one. You know, it's all good. It'll be fine. It's just paper. And I'm pleased that, you know, Stampin' Up have done so well with it. Okay, I think just a little bit more red. Just a tiny bit. Thank you, Linda. There's my keyboard warrior there. Oops, sorry. Right, I'm just going to put my ink pads out the way and just take in that. Oh, sorry. I'm much happier with that composition. Although this one is still growing on me. I'll go with that one. It's just very different, isn't it? Let me know which one you prefer. Oh, I was going to colour these in now, wasn't I? Right, let's do that. Oh, I'm wondering if I have. I've probably got somewhere some little heart gems. Let's have a look. Oh yes, I've got a red heart here. Yeah, I think I prefer the second ones, Christine. But that's why we must keep stamping. Just because we don't like something, sometimes it can just take a little bit of time to get to know a stamp set and find out what it can do. And so it was the first time I'd really stamped with that vine from that set. So and also mixing it with that sentiment. So right, let's get some markers. So let's try the yellow first. So let's just do a little bit of colouring in here. Oh, what stamp set was that, Joanne? What's already sold out? The other thing I would say about things that sell out is once things have retired, there are plenty of demonstrators who'll be clearing out their craft rooms. So just keep a lookout for people who are having a clear out. That's what I would say. I realised I wanted to do a lighter yellow because these were second generation. See if I can lighten that up a bit. Yeah, Paula, the strawberry set is carrying over. Yeah, they've told us that already. And the punch. Yeah, never fear about that one. Oh no, hold on. I want to do this one lighter and the other one's darker. Nothing's better than the Connie Stewart set. Remind me what's in it? And how do you know it's not carrying over? Yeah, it's on back order at the moment, the strawberries. I'll be back. What's this? Like Calypso coral. Let's do that then. Now I've double layered. There are flowers sort of overlaid on there, but I don't actually really want to bring attention to it, so I'm going to ignore that one. But I will just highlight these little ones over here. Now when you're colouring in a really small area with these alcohol pens, remember that they do bleed a little bit. There is sort of, you have to allow a bleeding space. So just kind of go gentle with it really. Now I've coloured the flowers, I'm like, I've got to colour the leaves. Thank you, Becky. Oh, Joanne. Oh, there will be plenty available. Just make sure you're on those Facebook groups that demonstrators sell off stuff. And look out on eBay as well. You'll be bound to pick one up. I mean, there may be even someone in this chat who's happy to sell it. Yes, this is a very Glenna card actually. What did Viva say? I missed that. No, Riva, that's not technically true. Yeah, it depends which catalogues they're in, and it depends also, I think, yeah, whoever's told you that just needs to check, or you need to check the policy if you're a demonstrator. Just go back and read the policy. I can't quote it word for word, so I'm not going to try to, so I don't want to get it wrong. So if you just go back and check the policy, but that's not true. Some products can be sold immediately. If it's been retired, I know for sure that if it's been retired from the annual catalogue, you can sell immediately. But if something's retired from a mini, or you know, the smaller ones, then there's different rules, because it could be that Stampin' Up! Are going to bring it back, so they don't want people selling them off cheaper to protect demonstrators. Yeah. Unfortunately, a lot of misinformation gets put around there, because someone can read the rules and read it one way, and then, so yeah, it's worth checking in. Thank you, Georgie. Right, for me trying to create, I was trying to create cards that were like quick and easy to do, but actually these have ended up being a little bit more labour intensive, but so pretty, and I think worth the effort. Oh, Mr. Leaf. Hello, Reet. It's trying to, it's like hunt the flower now to colour in. Ooh, a little one hiding there. Oh, one there. There we go. Right, I think all those have been found. Night, Liz. Lovely to see you. Now, the $60 million question is, do you think they're sufficiently masculine enough to warrant a masculine Monday? I've got to think about these things, you see. When I edit the title, I feel that, you know, I should be truthful and reflect the video. So, I mean, I'd be happy giving these to a guy. What about you? Tell me what you think. They are. Okay, good. Thank you. They're symbolic. I'd say that they are laden with symbolism. So again, I'm going, this is the light Daffodil Delight, and then what's that? Oh, that's Light Mango Melody. Haha. I was thinking that was Daffodil. Oh, that's actually Light Mango Melody. Didn't realise. It's actually quite relaxing doing these tiny little bits. When you make cards like this that are a little bit more meaningful, I find the whole process generally a little bit more meditative. So it's quite a nice thing to do. Brian says he likes them. Oh, that's good. I got the thumbs up from Brian. What about even Brian with the heart in the middle? Where's it gone? What do you think, Brian? With the red heart. For God's love. I think I might just change it up a bit. I'm going to do the Calypso coral for these flowers now. Just to see what they're like. So whenever you're mixing styles of stamps, so here I've got line art with solid, it does help to go in and colour things in so they don't look so different. What was I going to do? Oh, I've missed a one. Missed a flower. Oh, missed another one. Right. Where are the flowers from? Right, I'll go over all of them now, Reet. Let's just put this to one side a second. So, the stamp sets I use. Sorry, I just kept pulling out more and more and more stamp sets tonight. Sorry, put these away because I just know I'm going to otherwise get ink on me. Okay, so the main one that I wanted to showcase was this one, because it's got the He Lives, it's got Easter, it's got hope, it's also got the greatest gift of Easter is, and I presume you're meant to put hope there, wishing you the blessings of Easter. Got this lovely sort of viney thing. It's got a church, chapel, whatever you want to call it. Great also for maybe a wedding card or christening or baptism. Don't know. You could use it for that other sort of thing. And then he is not here for he is risen, and then he lives, which is, I love that one. Okay, so then the other main one was his love. So it has this beautiful cross in it. And again, that one's got hope in it as well. Then I also grabbed the mandala-y type one from Treasured Medallion, the speckles from Forever Fern, the leaf, this leaf from Framed for You. But, you know, you could have maybe used that one if you don't have this. Use that instead. And then, because I can't resist putting hearts on Easter cards, I grabbed the hearts from there. But again, you don't necessarily have to use this one. You just use whatever you've got. And then the thorns was this stamp here from Gorgeous Posies. And I think it's designed to go inside the leaf. That's kind of how it was designed. But, oh, excuse me, use it for whatever you want to use it for. So, yeah, I'm afraid a little bit heavy on the stamps. Oh, I love that. I love doing that. So satisfying. But I'd say probably only need half of those. But I know some of you have quite prolific stamp collections, so go and search out, see what you've got. Take the key elements that you want to portray and then find them. Okay, so the colours that we used were Bumblebee. Oh, I didn't use terracotta tile, take that away. Early Espresso, Real Red. Then Old Olive, Granny Apple Green and Seaside Spray. So I tried to sort of keep sticking to those palettes for all of them. And then just at the end for colouring in, we used light Daffodil Delight, light Mango Melody, light Granny Apple Green and light Calypso Coral. So all the kind of the lighter ones there. Okay. And in terms of technique, it was masking. So I stamped the cross out already, and I also punched out with that lovely label punch. Just find it. I think this is called the Story Label Punch, this one. That one there. So that's how I did that masking there. So if you've got any questions, please ask. I'm not seeing comments at the moment. Oh yes, they're coming through. Right. Yeah, please do ask any questions that you may have. If you're watching this on the replay, thank you so much. And if you've got, again, any comments or questions, please let me know. And I'll aim to answer them. So we've got the first two there. So we'll call that one with the boo-boo. Oh, hang on, let me take my arm up a bit. There we go, that's better. You can see everything then. Yes, it is single layered, but it's got lots of layers, if that makes sense. Lots to it. Actually, I should just put them across. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And I've done this technique, or I've used this technique many times for Easter cards. Many times. But I love how every time I do it, it turns out differently, depending on the stamps that are available to me at the time. So a few years ago, you know, I was using things like Gorgeous Grunge and kind of eclectic, and if you've been with Stampin' Up that long, you'll know what stamp sets those are. And oh, there was one year we had a lovely sort of sprayish, it was sort of like a half circle, and it was sort of just had sort of sunbeams almost, and it was a celebration one, and that was perfect for this time of year. They are masculine. Good. I have a question, but I don't think you can answer it. What elf hid my pink mercury acetate? It was probably the glitter elf, Lorraine. Yeah. Ah, hi Anne. Ah, yes, please do go back and watch how I did these. Yeah. So lovely to see you all. Thank you so much. And please remember to give me a thumbs up on the way out. And if you want to purchase any of the products that you see, they are available via my online store. Just click on the shop button. And if you want an extra free gift, please do go and get the voucher code. So it's on my social media, on my Artful Stampin page on Facebook. Or if you've struggled to find it, please just email me, ruthtrice@gmail.com. Or if you've got any other questions about ordering and things. Okay. Take care, everybody. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Lots of love. Bye.